In this video, we'll generate the Taylor-Maclaurin series sum of this binomial series function using factorial and double factorial, where the binomial series dataset will be in the form of array formula, the quantity 1 minus x, where x is from negative 0.8 to positive 0.8, raised to the power 1/2, negative 1/2. Enter. And this is the dataset. And we'll chart this. Insert chart. And we'll use scatter chart. Row 1 as header. And the series, you choose a trend line. Show a trend line polynomial to the 8th degree. For the label, use the equation. And the legend, position at the bottom. And the horizontal axis, the number format is none. For the vertical axis, we show the axis line, and the number format will be none. And here's the polynomial of the binomial series that we just calculated. And this is a polynomial up to the 8th degree because we chose it as an 8th degree polynomial. Next, we generate the Taylor-Maclaurin series sum of this using both the factorial and the double factorial, where it is the summation of a times x to the power n, where a is a factorial and a double factorial. The factorial is factorial of 2n all over 4 to the power n times factorial n squared. In the double factorial, it will be factorial of the quantity, double factorial of the quantity 2n minus 1 all over the double factorial of 2n. And the value of n will start from 0 to infinity. In this case, we can go as far as 16, which is good enough. So we continue with the double factorial coefficient. So array formula, factorial double, fact double of 2n minus 1. So 2 times n minus 1 all over. Again, the denominator is factorial double, so fact double of 2n. So 2 times n. And enter. And we can correct this. So if n equals 0, then this is equal to 1. So the condition will be if if n equals 0, if n equals 0, then the coefficient is 1, otherwise calculate. N equals 0. Oh, we put it in the wrong position. We've got this. It should be right here. That should work. And we can use the factorial. So array formula, factorial 2n. So 2 times n. That's n. That's factorial 2 times n is the value of n. We'll copy this all over the quantity because there are two parts, 4 raised to the power n times the second part, factorial of n raised to the power 2, and enter. These are both the same, so they are all equal. This column is equal to this column. Now we can continue with the expansion. So array formula, series sum of the x values raised to the power n, where n starts from 0, incremented by 1. And the coefficient will be, we can use the factorial double for now. And we show the equation. Edit chart, series, trend line, polynomial to the 8th degree. Use the equation as label. Since this is an approximation, yeah, this is a good approximation, meaning the errors are very slight as you go farther away from 0. And we calculate the polynomial regression coefficients using LINEST. To do that, we complete the 1 comma x matrix or the LINEST matrix, starting with the power. Transpose 0 to 8, and the elements of the matrix array formula of the x values raised to the power 0 to 8. Now we can calculate LINEST. This is LINEST, the data y and data x. And these are the polynomial regression coefficients of the binomial series. Next, the expansion. LINEST, data y, and data x. This is a good approximation up to here, but the error grows bigger as the degree goes higher. Let's compare this. So the coefficient of x0 is 1, coefficient of x 0.499, coefficient of x squared 0.374, coefficient of x cubed, that's 0.355, 0.346, coefficient of x to the fourth 0.314, 0.305, coefficient of x to the fifth 0.0768 and 0.0115. The error goes higher. This is an approximation because our n is only up to 16, but you can go higher, then the error gets lesser. X to the 7, that's 0.905, 0.787, so you have a big error now. At x to the 8, 0.865, 0.749. You can reduce this error by increasing the n to 100 or 1000, and you get a better approximation. Suppose we change this to D2 to D3 to D19. So we change this and we'll use the factorial. Enter. You still get the same results, and it is still a good approximation of the binomial series. If we restore the double factorial, you still get the same results. So this completes the use of factorial in the Taylor-Maclaurin series expansion of binomial series using series sum and